What's going on YouTube? Ferocity here, and I've seen a video circulating around the internet, 10 questions girls have for guys. And I thought, well, I'm a guy. I could probably answer them. So that's what we're going to tackle in today's video.
Question number 1 is, what's the most common thing that girls do that make guys lose interest?
So this is a tough question because there's not one simple answer. It's not a one-size-fits-all type of thing. Every relationship or every situation has different reasons as to why it didn't work out and why one side lost interest. Now, I wish there was one simple way, but I don't think dating would be as fun that way, and I don't think you necessarily find the best person for you. There's obviously situations where there's factors you're just not willing to compromise for, and that for me is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of my relationships have failed, is because there's just certain factors or certain things that this person's bringing to the relationship that I'm not willing to compromise for my future. And that's as simple as that. I wish it was an easier answer, but sometimes it just comes down to incompatibility.
Number 2, what are some things that girls say that piss you off, like that make you angry, or just things that girls do that, you know, just grind your gears?
It's not necessarily a thing girls say that pisses me off. It's when they try to put words in your mouth or try to downplay a situation that happened to you. And that goes with anybody. It's not just a girls thing. If anybody does that to you, it's going to piss you off.
Number 3, if a girl triple texts you or quadruple texts you or whatever, is that a turnoff or is it not?
So with this one, I think context matters a lot. It matters what the texts are about. Is it texting you to try to start a conversation with you? Is it texting you to just get your attention? Is it texting you to just show that you're interested? Whatever it might be, it completely changes how we're going to perceive that. Is it cute if you're, multi-texting me during the day, just trying to see how my day is going, just being reassuring? That's kind of cute. Is it a little needy when I say, oh, I'm with my friends, and you're still trying to text me when I haven't texted you back? That's when it gets a little frustrating. Are you trying to finish a story that, you're adding thoughts to? That's fine as well. I'm not going to say that's cute. But there's obviously times when it's needy, times when it's safe and okay, and times when it's cute. And it really just depends where you are on that situation.
Number 4, this might just be a bit of a funny question, but this is something that I genuinely wonder so much. But do you ever feel like you would like to have a handbag too? Because us girls, we have a bag, we can put all our stuff in it. A lot of guys don't have a bag. So
I've never really been in a situation where I need more things than what fit in my pockets, and if that situation does arise, I normally have a backpack with me, but it's normally for a purpose. I'm going to the gym, I'm going to a friend's house, whatever it might be. It's not like I'm ever going to a bar or a concert. I'm like, man, I really wish I had more pockets to fit things in, right? It's never been an issue for me.
Do you think that girls and guys can be just friends?
So this one's interesting because it's a bit different than the regular, can guys and girls be just platonic friends, which I would say is 100% true. I think you can be completely platonic with somebody without attraction. And what I mean by that is you can acknowledge somebody being physically attractive without being sexually attracted to them. You probably have friends who are the same sex as you or different sex, and you're like, yeah, that person's a good-looking person, but I have no sexual feelings or attraction to them. And then when it comes to same-sex relationships or same-sex friends, I 100% think it can happen again, because just because you're friends with someone and you can acknowledge they're physically attractive, you don't need to have that sexual attraction to them as well. I just think that there are times. Is it a little bit more rare? Most certainly, because it's just fighting our natural biology to not be sexually attracted to someone, right? At some point. But realistically, I do think that you can be friends with the sex you're attracted to and not have any issues.
Number 6, what do you look for on a girl's social media?
This is a fun one because we've all been there. We've all matched with that girl on Tinder or matched with that guy on Tinder, and you want to see, is he or she using the most flattering pictures of themselves, or are there other pictures? I want to see what they post on social media. So for me, if I'm looking at a girl's social media, the one thing I'm looking at is how often do they post? Not that it's a deal breaker necessarily, but for me, it's a situation where are you going to be more focused on social media than, us when we hang out? Is it going to be I'm going to have my head stuck in my phone, kind of like that Gigi girl from Love is Blind? Or am I going to interact with you? Is this my focus point of my life? The other thing I'm going to look for is who are you posting pictures with? Are you, hanging out with family because that's a big deal to me? Are you with your friends because that's also a big deal to me? I want you to have a separate life. Are you posting pictures of the hobbies you have? That type of thing. Do you travel? That's more or less what I'm looking for. I don't really care how great of a angle poser you can be or whatever it might be. What I care about are the things I'm looking for in a relationship if I'm looking at you as a potential prospect for dating.
Number 7, what is the worst thing that a girl can do on a date?
I'm going to put 2 things here. Number 1, don't get blackout drunk. It's happened to me before. It is one of the worst situations to deal with because not only is that person now your responsibility to make sure they get home safe, which is fine, but you're looking after a drunk person that you barely know. Number 2, engage in conversation. If someone's asking you leading questions, try to come back with better answers than just a 1-word answer or 2-word answer. Be engaging, be interesting, even if you're not that interested in the guy, even if you're not that interested in the date at that point. Just do it for the sake of both you guys saving some awkwardness. It sucks, it's disappointing, it's not going to work out, whatever. Just get through the date, make it at least a little bit of enjoyable for the both of you.
Number 8, what does clingy mean to you?
So what clingy is to me is when somebody doesn't allow you to live your own life, where they need to be there for every step of the way, for everything you do. And that can be something as simple as, meeting your mom and dad for a quick lunch. Oh, can I take along? I really love your parents. Sometimes it's okay, but not all the time. Sometimes I just want that one-on-one time. Or you're going out with the boys. Oh, can I take I love your friends. I'm happy you love my friends. But you know what? I want some time with my friends, my guys, so I can hang out with them. And I'd hope the same for you. Whenever I enter a relationship, one of the biggest things I always tell girls is setting the boundary of saying, I want you to have your own life, and I want to be able to have my own as well. We should complement each other's lives, not be forced to intertwine them to depend on each other. And that's the biggest thing that I think allows people to have that space, that breathing room, to really enjoy the time when you are together. And also when people just nonsensely text and call you when you're out doing other things. Why aren't you answering? Because I'm busy. I'll text you back when I'm not busy.
9, what is the most hurtful thing that a girl can say to you?
You seem like a great guy, but I'm just not interested.
Number 10, what are guys most sensitive about?
I think the 4 things that guys are most sensitive about would be height, weight, career path, and hairline recession. And we'll talk about hairline first. This is something that is inevitable for a lot of guys. It's something you can't control. Maybe you can hinder it a little bit, but it's something that a lot of guys go through, and it's just a sign of getting old. And I think guys get a little sensitive about it because it's a tough situation to go through. The career path, it's a tough scenario to be in when a girl's just like, sorry, you don't make enough money or you don't have a good enough job. And it's kind of that dagger, you're like, I'm just doing my best. Or it could be the wake-up call to say, oh, I have to be better. Either or can happen. Weight. It sucks when someone calls you fat or someone calls you too skinny or whatever it might be. That sucks. And I think most people do get offended by it, regardless of how strong they are on their exterior. I think it still affects them down deep. Last one's height. There's a movement right now that short guys are sick of being discriminated against, but preferences are preferences, and it sucks when people are like, sorry, you're 5'7", I don't want to date you. But you just got to find the girls that are interested in that. And being called short sucks, but remember, you can't control that. And use it as a strength instead of a weakness is the best advice I could give somebody with that. So that's it, guys. That is 10 questions girls have for guys. I think this is a very good video to make. I would love to react to more of these videos because I think they're interesting. I think it's a fun video format to do. I want to know from you guys, would you guys be interested to see more of this type of video in the future? Because I enjoy doing it. So let me know with a comment down below. Also down below in that comment section, let me know how you'd answer these questions. Be very curious to see what your answers would be. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys on the next video.